graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
He is a comic book nerd.
In brightest day and darkest night. We can learn a lot from comics.
She is a reality TV junkie.
No idea.
Snooki had her baby. A dollar makes me holla.
Chris likes sci-fi.
They do a brain transplant into this whole new body, but it's you.
Kristen likes celebrity gossip.
Breaking news.
Oh, more breaking news?
It's been official. Official. Before it was just a rumor. Hey, Stu, our Pats moved back in together.
What do they have in common? Nothing. You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
Now, here's Chris and Kristen.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen. Welcome back.
Yeah. You know what my secret is?
You got a secret now?
I got a secret. I'm
you
always
break
angry.
it to everyone? Okay.
That's my secret. I'm always angry. But I'm bummed.
I can tell you what movie that's from now. Is it The Avengers? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Because, you know, I have to make
Right at the
sure,
end.
whenever I break down the shows, I always have to make sure that I'm talking about enough nerdy stuff.
Yeah. It's not just me talking
I don't
about
want it to
stupid
be-
celeb stuff.
Because, you know, I put it out there that I'm a comic book nerd, which I'd like to say I am, and I am. I mean, more than average Joe Blow walking down the street, but there are guys who will blow me out of the water when it comes to, like, real comic books. Because I haven't collected comic books in a long time.
Here. Credibility.
And, like we've announced before, hopefully, all the cards, everything's in place, but hopefully if everything comes out right, we're going to be on the Smodco This Morning Show on
November
Kevin Smith's
1st.
network, November 1st, with Mike and Ming on the Smodco This Morning Show. Because on the same day, they also host a show called I Sell Comics.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, wow, I say a lot. I'm sorry, guys.
Chris is going over all this.
Every time I say like and don't even take a shot
yeah.
because you'll probably be dead by the time the episode's
Wasted.
over.
Slizzard.
Mike Zapsik, who appears now, I did meet him briefly when I went to the Kevin Smith book signing.
Oh, okay.
Seems cool as hell, but he is a true.
I was gonna say, is he
comic
like a
book
hardcore?
guy. And
Well, if you're doing a show called
comic book men,
yeah, I guess that would be part of your role.
yeah, he's just like
So
you
you
know,
can't even compete with
I
him.
wouldn't even, he would blow me out of the water. And obviously, but then again, I don't work in comics. You know, Walt Flanagan, another guy from Comic Book Men, they have a whole other show called Tell 'em Steve Dave. He's an artist. He's done Kevin Smith's comic books. You know, the other two guys, Ming is more into sports and
Is he more technical too? Or,
yeah, he's the technical
he's the
guy
tech
because
guy?
He was the guy Kevin Smith went to
The fan page, right?
He had a Kevin Smith fan page before Kevin Smith was aware what the internet was.
Right.
And since then has been his right-hand man when it comes to everything
How
technical.
amazing would that be to have a whole fan page and then the person who you admire and dedicate this page to calls you up and says, do you want to work for me?
You want to work with? Yeah. So it's, you know.
Orgasmic.
Since then, you know, I mean, we're talking 17, 20, you know, going on 20 years or something. 18, I think it is. 18 years they've been working together. And then there's Brian Johnson. Now, Brian grew up with Kevin. And, of course, I just want to let people know, you know, I love Kevin Smith, and I talk about him. This isn't like a Kevin Smith dedicated podcast.
Or is it?
Or is it? I mean, you know, I like Kevin Smith, so that's what I'm going to talk about. You know, but I'm not. This show isn't all about. Let's talk about Kevin Smith. But I'm just for the listeners out there. But I pretty much spam all of Kevin's fans anyway, so they're hearing stuff they already know about, and they probably don't care. But for the uninitiated, here's a little and. On Sunday nights, there's Comic Book Men. We're recording this after episode 2 the next day, and it was so funny. It was Mike and Ming were a team versus Brian and Walt, and they went to an auction to see who can get the most stuff that they can resell for the highest value.
So like it's a money thing. Like who gets the most out of it?
Yeah, who can bid on items that for them to resell in the comic book store
and then get more
to get the most amount of money.
Okay.
And there's a guy. Oh my god, I forgot his name.
Pawn Stars for like.
Yeah, it's Pawn
comic,
Stars for nerds, and So this guy, and I can't believe I forgot his name. He came, and he's kind of like their official guy when it comes to
the negotiator,
like pricing stuff.
Oh,
because he's such a collector that he just knows it. He knows the stuff off the top of his head because he's a collector,
surrounded by it,
and
eats, sleeps, breathes.
Brian and Walt won, and
we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com.
We now return to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
And we're back. Back to the good old-fashioned technical difficulties.
You know it. We can't get away from them. They're
but
haunting
check out
us.
clickandhit.com, click-hit.com.
For all your legal herbs.
Legal herb and pipe tobacco. Like I said, I've tried it out. It does work very, very well. Just deconstructing a cigarette for my tobacco, and that's not the right.
That's not even the right.
That's not even the right way to use it.
So even doing it the wrong way, it works.
Yeah, even if you do it the wrong way, it works, which I guess is probably not the right message to get out. It is. It's a great device. Give it a look. Go to clickandhit.com, and apparently, a lot of people who listen to our show are stoners.
Nice. So you'll enjoy your legal herb.
Your legal herb. I mean, what you do in your own personal time is your personal business. God bless America.
You might like the Click and Hit.
You may want to
hit for you.
Yeah, give the Click and Hit a check. But it works. It really does.
So you were talking about the AMC.
I was talking about Comic Book Men
on AMC. Yeah,
and so Mike and Ming, our hosts.
Yeah.
November 1st, hopefully. Lost the bet, so they had to reenact.
And who was did you think of the guy's name who does the...
I want to say Rob Bruce. Oh, okay. I'm 99% sure it's Rob Bruce.
So he does all the pricings.
He's like the pricing guy because he's a big collector. And
just surrounds himself with it. That's crazy that you can just know right off the top of your head. Like, go in and be like, boom, boom, boom. That's his life.
He's been doing it for so long that it's just... Because he's usually the person buying stuff. They say his house is like a freaking... Like a toy museum. And...
Is he married?
Probably not. Probably not. Look, and that's another thing I have to say is that I understand, and it so takes me to that line from 40-Year-Old Virgin, like, this is not sexy. Yeah. And us guys,
and he's fighting when she takes it out of, or somebody takes it out of the box, and he's like, that just lost value.
Yeah, she's about to take Aquaman out of the box, and he's like, no.
This is not
sexy. She doesn't want me to dress up like Thor? I'll dress up like Thor.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Her dress is Thor.
And, he'd
get off on it.
I'm in a weird place because if I had the money, I would collect toys and comic books. And
it's cool to have a hobby like that, especially stuff that has value.
And me, with my, being on Facebook, I join a lot of nerdy communities and Star Wars communities and comic book communities, and when you see the actual collections these guys have, like the nerdy part of me is like, oh my god, that's so awesome.
It blows
and the
out
other
the
part of me is like,
get a life.
What? You either have no woman in your life,
right?
Or the most understanding woman on the face of the planet.
You'd have to find like another collector like that, like as a counterpart.
There's a
or just
there's a great show. I want to say it's on Sci-Fi.
There's a collection show, yeah.
Collection Intervention.
Is that what it? Yeah. And there was like a couple that I think it was probably that show. I remember it a while ago. They both collected Cabbage Patch dolls.
Oh my!
So like they both had this love for them, like treated them like children, had them in seats, like booster seats at the table, just a whole thing. But they both like
there's something going on there.
So they worked, so they were
like they probably can't conceive kids or something like that. And unfortunately,
that happens where you go a little.
There are people who go. Usually.
But
it goes
they had
taking care of pets and stuff.
Yeah, like they had a collection. It wasn't just a couple. They had So they were meant for each other. So if you're going to be a collector, you have to either have somebody who's going to be the most compassionate person and deal with it, or somebody who's a collector themselves.
Yeah, I understand the balance that it takes, because now when you hear like these shows a collection intervention, when you hear the guys like he blows like $4,000 a month buying stuff, now you got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Because if you're not paying your bills, you're not paying your mortgage, but you're collecting, the 1980 12-inch Boba Fett. Now we got a problem. Now you got a problem.
Now there's an issue here. And it's an addiction.
And okay, there's one guy who I'm a friend of his on Facebook, and I don't want to say friend. He started a community, and he posts pictures of his collection. An impressive collection. Don't get me wrong.
What of what?
Star Wars.
Star Wars
stuff. Okay. And Star Wars is like there's everything you could possibly think of is
Star Wars.
And so it's like you look at these collections, and don't get me wrong, like nowadays, now that they know there's collectors, there's this company I believe it's called like Gentle Giant or something like that. Okay. It's this company that makes these really beautiful, intricate collectibles, Star Wars collectibles. Like, it is, model ready. Like you could put you could put on display, put lights on it. It is like detailed down to everything. And they start at about $300.
Okay.
And it's absolutely beautiful. Now, if you have, if that's going to be your prize piece or whatever the case may be, like, okay, thing. I only collect Boba Fett or I only collect Han Solo. You know what I'm saying? That I can understand getting, and that's the centerpiece of your collection. Yeah. But there are people who collect every one of those.
Yeah. Everything.
And in my opinion, it kind of diminishes the value.
Because now there's a whole bunch of these.
Yeah, now you got a whole bunch of them.
Like, rarity is better.
Yeah, it's a, the nerdy part of me is like, wow. The normal human being part of me
the
is
rational
like,
part.
That's sad, And what kind of job do you have
where you can spend that
kind of money? And and ironically, I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I mean, this guy doesn't post everything about his life, but he don't have any kids,
right?
Kids
going on,
that
man?
Shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
you can't have.
Or we'd have to have
collection.
like a lock on that door where nobody can get in.
Yeah, I mean, don't be wrong. There's some things. I even sent him questions because he had a toy that I had.
Okay.
That I don't have anymore. And I even went on eBay, and if I wanted like a pristine one in box, it would have cost me $75. Okay. It's called the Power Droid.
Oh, yeah.
And basically it's just a little box with feet.
Okay.
And it was one of my most prized toys when I was growing up. And
how much was the guy gonna give it? Or was
well, no, he didn't. He just put it on the page to show it off that he bought it. He wasn't selling it.
Okay.
And I was like, how much you want? So then I went on eBay, and I mean, I'm not a collector, so but now I believe Gentle Giant is now coming out
with their
version of the Power Droid,
$300,
which is like 12 feet tall. I mean, 12 inches tall
12
and 12 feet tall.
Well,
there are the guys who they do sell full-size Darth Vader costumes, full-size stormtroopers.
Don't
Big
they all
crown
wear
jewel
them to the conventions?
Well, there are, and up here in Rochester and pretty much through the whole country, there's a thing called the 501st.
Okay.
Basically, it's an organization of people who dress up like stormtroopers.
This is serious.
And they do, to justify their existence, they do charity work and stuff like that. When I went to the Comic-Con recently.
At least there's that aspect of it, so it's not totally weird.
Yeah, it's, I would like to start an organization, and as a matter of fact, I was invited to join the Rochester chapter only because these two people came in when I used to work in Radio Shack.
Okay.
And they were asking me for all types of switches and stuff like that because the guy was trying to install a fan in his helmet.
I was going to say make something better on his...
Yeah, I mean, because you're in a helmet all day, you can't fucking breathe, know? So he was trying to install a fan, and he wanted to have a switch and a battery pack for the fan.
This is dedication.
And it was, that... A fan and a switch and a battery pack is relatively super easy to do, And, like, I got into it, and then he even gave me a card, like, come join the 501st Rochester Division.
Does it cost money to join, or is it, like, have to spend money on a suit?
Well, you
have to have your suit pre-approved.
Well, everyone who's part of the group at least has one suit on them. I think you could still join the group without having a suit. But then again, I wouldn't look good.
You gotta stand in line.
I can't stand in a stormtrooper suit.
You gotta represent.
I don't have the shape.
You'd be the big stormtrooper.
And, well, like I said, they were represented in the RockCon, the Rochester Comic Book Convention that recently went by. And there were people there representing, they had a whole booth there. And I guess, like, for the heavier people,
there's gotta be heavy people
they dress up like the Imperial soldiers, like the actual guys who work on the ship.
Okay, so at least they have a spot for them. Yeah, there's gotta be. Unless they have a gym where they make everybody go and work
Everybody has to be 6 foot tall.
So what do they do? Like, okay, so you join this organization, and then
obviously,
do they get together once a month and have a meeting?
I'm pretty sure they have meetings. They have,
it's
joining a group of people who you were like-minded with. Like you were part of the group. Okay, everyone, we're going to come over. We're going to watch,
something.
4, 5, and 6.
And then they get involved in different charities. Okay.
And they do charity work just to kind of like every group,
come on,
validate it. Hells Angels does,
absolutely.
Toys for Tots. You know what I'm saying? So every group kind of does their charity work. So we got to do Two Strangers, One Podcast group. We got to have, we got to have our own little rabid community.
What would we come together for?
Well, we'd have to come up with some sort of charity. I wouldn't mind, like, I'm making a joke now, but I wouldn't mind, like, cancer or something like that. Or,
absolutely.
Because
I would do that.
My good friend Jimmy passed away from brain cancer. So it's like,
both my parents are
for
cancer survivors, so that would be cool if we could do that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Go on then, you're fun.
Yeah,
we could get something going.
Yeah, if we go, keeping with the stuff in the news, with cancer, Live Strong. Boy, Lance Armstrong
took a beating.
Now
stripped
once again,
of all his titles.
I worked for Radio Shack, and Lance Armstrong was the spokesman for Radio Shack.
Was he?
Yeah, big time. He was all over the posters that we had in the store, and his team is called Team Radio Shack.
See, I wasn't that involved in it. Like, I didn't, I just knew that everybody knew him, at the time.
If you see,
I didn't know that he
team,
it's all Radio Shack.
It's all Radio Shack.
I didn't know that.
And, Radio Shack's colors tends to be red and black.
Right.
But he pumps the yellow for the Live Strong, so it's like...
It's all mashup.
But he would be,
stripped of all his titles.
Yeah, I don't know. That's such a
And so many years later, like, who came in second? Like, could you imagine being now you're
all
first,
the people,
like,
the 7 years.
Yeah. Like, yay, I got the call. I won.
You won by default.
Yeah, I won, guys. We can celebrate.
Do you think he was doping?
Life. I think it came out that he was. That's why he's banned for life. He was doing, it wasn't technically drugs.
I think he was doing the
blood transfusion.
The blood transfusion, which is totally legal. There's nothing wrong with getting more.
I think that's, I don't know the full story, but yeah, I think it came out that he was definitely doing that.
Yeah, the blood, they call it blood doping.
Yeah, where you get more, the red blood cells, which have more oxygen.
Yeah, you take blood, you put it in a freezer, or not a freezer, you put it in a cool environment. And then right before you do what you got to do,
so it's like
put it back in your body. More red blood cells carries more oxygen. That's what's wrong with that?
There's no drug.
You're not ingesting any more chemicals.
So I don't know if they're saying that if that was the only thing. I don't know if there was more to it. If you did, I only heard about the transfusion.
Yeah,
which I think that was confirmed. But that was it. Give a guy a break.
Yeah,
he survived cancer.
Exactly.
Let him have his red blood cells. For the love of God, he's got one nut.
Made him more aerodynamic,
and the world knows it. Yeah.
That's the difference between first and second place. A nut.
No, he's half the man, right? And everybody's like, "Man, I just lost to a guy who's got one nut."
And
7 years later, you find out you won. Oh, I'd be pissed.
Congrats, Jacques. Whatever the fuck the guy's name is.
I won. He's now got to go on tour and wave to everyone with the cup or something.
He won by default.
Yeah. I won. And he was probably doping as well.
Yeah, right? Don't put the focus on me. Go back to Lance.
Yeah. Go back to Lance. Yeah, so I just read today that they banned him for life. It's like, does he even do it anymore?
I think he's officially retired anyway.
So, yeah.
He did the
ban
last
him all
race.
You want.
Poor Lance.
I know.
And he's trying to do it. He is trying to do a good thing with the cancer, with the Live Strong.
I read his book years ago in high school. I think it was one of those books, you had to read it. Mm-hmm. It was actually interesting. I thought it was a cool story. Little did I know he was doping. But yeah, it's like red blood cells. It's not
if it is the blood doping, that's what I've heard it called. That's not I don't think you're doing anything to give yourself an unfair advantage. As a matter of fact, and this is something a comedian said, and I forgot exactly who it was. Everybody should be doing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? If it's legal.
And I'm sure there were so many other people doing it. Everybody, it's blood. You're not injecting something else in there. So, okay, so actually on Yahoo, they of course have the story. That's where I read it earlier.
Okay.
So I have it. Okay, this is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He was accused and guilty of masterminding a doping strategy that involved prohibited drugs, blood transfusions, and elaborate schemes to fool testing authorities. Mm-hmm. So I guess there was drugs involved. I don't know what drugs he did use.
If there were drugs involved...
Right, that's a whole nother story.
Because there's always that weird loophole where, like, okay, you can't take A, B, and C,
but you
take D.
Right. So I don't know what drugs are... I mean, which ones he took. It doesn't say. Mm-hmm. But... And then he also could fool the testing, which is crazy.
Yeah, well, it's like
that's
all
part
these people
of it.
who, like, they look for jobs and they're like, and the person like, oh, what is, you got to take a blood test. And what does the blood test check for?
Yeah.
Like,
what do I got to take to fool that?
Yeah.
It doesn't say what drugs were taken, but I guess there was that aspect.
Oh,
Either way, man, it was from,
boy.
What was it? 7 titles through 99 and 2005. Really? We couldn't let this all go? Just...
Yeah.
And then the best line in here is, this is the biggest crisis cycling has ever faced. It's the only crisis.
Yeah. Can you name any other cyclist in the world?
What other crisis has there been in cycling? It's not that interesting of a sport.
I honestly cannot name one other person.
What else would happen? Like,
world.
What other crisis could there be with cycling?
Yeah.
Somebody was riding and just shot up everyone. That would be.
That would
be the biggest crisis.
Drive-by shooting and.
Yeah. Like, it's not that, what's the word?
Controversial.
Yeah, controversial of a sport. Like, no, there's no contact.
It's not that competitive, yeah.
Like, people do fall on their bikes.
Well, there's contact, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
I love when you see, like, 30 guys
when they
crash
just
into each other.
bite it and they're on the ground.
Awesome. Okay, and we're back. We were talking about Lance Armstrong, but right before we started recording, he said, Kristen, I have something I want to show you.
Here we go.
No, it's not what you think.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Well, there's something I want to show you.
And then his pants fell.
It's dirty, but it's not that kind of dirty. And I have to give credit where credit's due. They were talking about this on the Tell 'em Steve Dave podcast, Kevin Smith's friends, episode 127. It was a picture of Abby and Brittany. Or should I say, the conjoined twins from TLC.
Yes, we all know Chris loves.
Now, Brittany. In all fairness, it was Abby and not Brittany. I still love Brittany, and this one particular photo, she wasn't doing anything wrong. And not that there's anything wrong.
No, it was typical young girl.
Abby Hensel, one of the two conjoined twins, the one, I guess if you're facing them, it's to the person to your left.
Yeah.
Was giving a blowjob to somebody. And not that there's anything wrong with that, because, they're
That's
22.
Life. Yeah.
You can't blame them for what they did. And some fucked up friend of theirs or somebody,
another conjoined
what a
twin.
real, because from what I gather from the picture, it certainly looks like the flash was used.
Yeah. Or, I wouldn't even say the lights are really on it, because...
it could have been
some lighting.
It could have been the light from outside the room.
But
like, the room that they were in was kind of, I don't want to say dark, that's not the right word, but there was definitely
dim lit, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe there was a flash that helped it, but it's it's a very clear photo.
Abby from Abby and Brittany giving this guy a blowjob. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
it's an awesome photo, and I encourage people to look it up.
I don't think...
Because
I don't think it's Photoshop.
Yeah, we've been in discussions, and I think we both agree that if we've been in serious discussions...
We looked at it long and hard.
We looked at it long and hard, no pun intended, that, if it's Photoshopped, they should get an award, because it's very well. It looks real, it looks legit, and it
looks like a good, shitty photo. It looks like...
Yeah, it looks like somebody just in the room clicked a photo. And
how grimy is that, somebody's getting a blowjob, and you're taking a picture of it.
You know what? It's probably I was gonna say, probably another friend getting a blowjob at the same, and just kind of took a photo, like a blowjob party, but you didn't see a girl. Because, at the bottom of that.
I only see a guy, only a guy would do that, take a picture of the two-headed girl giving a blowjob.
Yeah, it's gotta be something.
And then putting it on, first and foremost, thank you, but.
Yeah, thank you. We enjoyed it. But your girl, Brittany.
But right. Brittany wasn't the one.
She's just there
giving the blowjob.
You can't see her face or anything. You just see her.
You kind of see her side of the head through with the other sister's head in the way.
Yeah. Doing work.
Both their hair colors are a little different, but they've been known to have different hair color. It's
an awesome photo. I encourage people to check it out. And you tell us what you think.
Now I'm just assuming, like everything else in their life, like even though they're very close in opinion, they're their own individuals.
One probably likes black men, the other one probably likes Chinese, and it's like
and so I'm assuming it's Brittany. I'm assuming that's Abby's boyfriend because they don't seem like the slutty type.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind a conjoined twin in those situations. You're going down on a guy, you get tired, especially
your neck is tired.
Your jaw
pass it off to the sister.
So you're like, all right, take over. I wonder if they work like tag team. That would be nice. I mean, I'm sure it's been done.
But what if it's the other situation where
suck it up and you literally
don't like the guy?
You suck it up and you be a sister.
You're bobbing up and down. Like with your sister's blowing some guy, and you're forced.
I would need like headphones and like a blindfold on just to like turn up your music.
Drowning it out.
I'm just rocking back and forth.
Listening to death metal kind of.
My head's bobbing up and down. That's all, but nothing's going on. You gotta. I didn't see headphones.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that
you gotta drown it out in some way. You're listening to
an inch and a half away from you, giving a guy a blowjob. I mean,
how do you block that out? That's gotta be some mental mind fuck. You're gonna have emotional issues.
Look at the guy. Do you not look at the guy? Are you embarrassed?
Do you make eye contact? What do you do? So many problems come up.
Oh my
But it looks like they're working through their problems. And
yeah, I mean, I know they're a unique situation because they've been connected forever, but it's like, and then if you're the dude, it's like, that's,
you're into some freaky shit.
Well, like, on their show, there's one episode where they're hanging out with this British guy who's a handsome kid.
Brit.
There's another one, like, even at their own party, where, like, this tall, handsome guy comes in and they both give him a hug and stuff like that. You could tell that they both thought he was cute.
Triple kiss.
So it's like, I wonder, I mean, obviously, they're sexually active. I mean, that picture proves it. So.
They're girls. They're typical young girls.
Because they've described it where the body is almost literally split in half.
But there's only one organ system, right?
But there's only one set of, like, genitalia. Stuff like. But I mean, that would mean that
they both kind of would get off at the same time, right?
Except half.
You only have half an orgasm.
Imagine,
right?
No.
You're halfway there.
Like, I guess, I mean,
girls never get a break.
Let's be real here. You only feel half the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like the clitoris, only half the nerves would go to one brain, the other half would go to the other. So
you only get half the pleasure.
Well, what if only one gets off on one kind of stimulation?
Yeah.
And the other one gets off on the other stimulation.
I need to have a sit down with them.
And I know,
just see what's going on.
People obviously are just fascinated. I mean, they're the star of their own show. It's fascinating.
Right. It's just crazy that they literally are like split in half.
Yeah.
Like one controls this side, one controls that side.
Yeah, but like, what if one has one? Like, you only make one cum?
Yeah. Well, you gotta make your girlfriend
If you're a guy, that's
a challenge.
And the other one is sitting there like, yeah, okay.
Headphones on. Always has their headphones on.
And it's not cheating.
You're always in a threesome.
Because if you're one guy and you're dating one sister, and you have a friend that's dating the other sister,
what goes on
he's
in the
kind
bedroom?
Of half fucking your girl when you're...
Interesting.
But if you fuck them at the same time...
There's so many levels
because if you're going down on one sister, you're obviously going down on the other sister.
Yeah, you're clearly cheating
but if
with
you're
the
dating,
sister.
So
this shit's going on Maury.
Yeah, I mean, I love Brittany. I
am
want some
not
guy
the mother.
half fucking my girlfriend.
It's gonna be like, I'm not the mother episode. Like, which one is the mother? Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
So many possibilities with those girls. So little time.
Yeah, DNA, you wouldn't know who the mother is. But it's just, I don't know. Because like I said, I like Brittany.
Here we go.
I don't want some guy half fucking my girlfriend.
Get in there, Chris.
We're going to have a problem.
They're going to have to just find one person that they all agree on.
Yeah.
Because we can't be doing two. It's too much controversy.
You got to tag in the other guy.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Oh.
I love it. I love them.
Sorry, I got to take a sip. But
the photo is awesome, though. Yeah, so
it's
we'd like to have your take on it if you guys think it's real.
And another reason that makes me think it's legit is because just the way you
like
got
a real
two bodies. They kind of have a bit of a curvature to their back.
A little hunchback.
Yeah, so in the picture, I mean, obviously, other than being hunched over and blowing a guy, the back seems kind of the way it's been. Because even on the TV show, they've worn, like
risque clothing.
Yeah, you've seen their body when they've jumped in the water, where they wear, like, a bikini top.
Yeah.
They were worn, like, a bikini top and shorts. Which coincidentally is also what they're wearing in the video,
day.
in the picture. They're wearing...
It's probably like the producer that took the photo.
They're wearing like sporty Adidas shorts and a bra.
And a bra. So
anyone who's seen the show, Abby and Brittany, that's how they dress like that to go in the water. Swimming trunks and a bra.
It's not far off. We're 99% sure it's them.
Yeah. So
and that's that. Our girls are sexually active.
But it's not the twin I love. I love Brittany, so...
She's holding out for you. That's all. I mean,
yeah, but I don't want.
I think it's
some
clear
guys
she's holding out
my
for
girlfriend.
you. Yeah.
We're gonna have a problem.
We're gonna have a problem. I saw the movie. Actually, I saw a couple movies this weekend, but I saw the movie Argo.
Argo.
It was really good.
Now, okay.
Ben Affleck directed it and also was in it, and I think he did a fantastic job. Both.
It's a great premise, and it's even greater knowing that it was somewhat based on a real story. But guys, are they FBI or CIA or something?
I believe they're CIA.
And they're pretending to put a movie together.
To get these people out.
Overseas.
These 6 people that works for, foreign intelligence, I guess. They worked in whatever building.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
And they were separate from this other building that had a bunch of people. The U.S. Embassy, I'm guessing they called it. I forget. And there was, a whole staff in there. I don't even know how many. But they all got... held hostage. They just got bum rushed, and so all those people in that separate building were held hostage. I think it said, at the end, 400, over a year. Mm-hmm. So many days. And then this other group of 6 were in, a separate building where they were giving visas to, you had to apply visas to, Iranian people who wanted to go to America. Mm-hmm. So it was if those Iranians got caught, they would have been killed. So they saw them get all bum rushed, and they're like, nobody's fucking coming to help us. We have to get out. So they got all those people, and they're like, you gotta leave or else you guys are done. Mm-hmm. So then they ended up escaping out the back.
Spoilers.
Yeah, sorry, spoilers. It's not a spoiler, it's a known story. So,
yeah, right.
So then they end up sneaking out the back, and they're like, well, where the fuck do we go? We're out on the streets, we're gonna get killed. We look American. So they end up going to, the Canadian embassy, and the Canadian ambassador ended up, Anne Franking, storing them away there for, it was months. I forget how many months that they were totally there. So Ben Affleck is this guy who, that's his job. He gets people out, and he's in the CIA. Mm-hmm. So he gets people out of these situations, and he just came up with this whole thing, because they came up with stories how to get them out. They're like, well, let's put bicycles, and then they'll, one by one, ride out. And it was, this far other town or whatever that they had to go to. And they're like, if we give them bicycles, they're going to be dehydrated. How are they getting to this place without getting killed?
To think outside the box.
Right. So eventually he came up with this scheme, we're filming a movie. And they weren't on board with it, the government and stuff. Mm-hmm. They're like, this is a last minute decision. And ended up, that's basically what happened. And it got intense. I don't know. It was scary to think.
It's a great premise. Great. I want to see it.
It's really cool how they really, got film people involved, and they made it look this is a real story, and we're going to go look at locations over here.
Yeah, I mean, as nerd as I am, that's what happened. The original Star Wars, part 4, or the first one in 1977, was filmed in Tunisia.
That's what they were working on. They're Star Wars was filmed over there. They're like,
yeah.
And he was watching
Tunisia, if I'm not mistaken, is a predominantly Muslim country.
And so, I think he was watching, Planet of the Apes at the time. He came across it. The idea, he's like, I got it. Planet of the Apes is on. I'm like, oh god. But it was a cool story, just how it was intense. It was scary. It was scary. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see.
But they all, spoiler alert. Well, it's a known story. They all made it out, and then I don't know how much longer after, but all those other hostages that were there. Yeah. No, I don't know how many were there. I mean, they were there for a total it was 444, I think. That's what it was. I was like, damn, that's over a year. But they all, I think, that's when the army went in and they got them out.
Oh, okay.
So nobody was killed. I thought it was a cool story, though. It was, and then that whole story wasn't allowed to be broke. Nobody could know about it.
Recently declassified.
Yeah, and then Clinton, I think, declassified it for whatever reason. I think they just wanted, to
Well, I think everything after a certain amount of time gets declassified. I'm pretty sure there's all types of shit going on now that we won't find out 30 years from now.
And so it was cool because, then, you don't realize how much, the Canadians were involved because they stored them away and lied to people that, these 6 people are here.
Well, Canadians have always been our sidekicks.
Because they just said, thanks to, during the time when it happened because they didn't want the full story out. Mm-hmm. They're like, Canadians helped us, just a little bit. And then, the story comes out, they helped us pretty much a lot. They covered that. But it was a good story. It was, Ben Affleck did it. He looked... I don't know if he's losing weight or what, but he looked a little cheekbone-ish, sunken face.
Yeah, he seems the type to, get into his role. And
I just hope everything's okay.
No, he's,
he had no full beard and stuff, but he looked a little sunken-cheeked, and I was like, is he okay? Is everything okay? But I've seen him recently, he looks good.
He throws himself into his role, Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
Looking all
they
cracked
showed
out
pictures
now.
of him,
And he looks like he looks like, not for nothing, he looks like every crackhead. He looks like every meth head crackhead.
With great hair.
It shows you.
With great hair and tan.
How these people who, Matthew McConaughey is Hollywood
beef.
He
played in a stripper movie.
And then.
Which is coming out on DVD.
Oh, yeah. Magic Mike coming out, which I know you're jazzed about.
Played the 0% fat.
You're gonna wear out grooves and DVD player. He's gonna put duct tape in front of the DVD slot. A DVD ain't coming out, or Blu-ray player slot.
But also,
you're gonna get a Blu-ray player now. I tell you that.
Yeah, right.
If you don't have one now.
But also, Christian Bale. Remember when he lost weight for
Christian Bale in
The
Machinist and in The Fighter. Yeah.
These people do hardcore to their body.
Now,
I can't even lose weight just on my own.
Well, if you had that kind of payday,
that kind of money and somebody to come in,
you would hire.
Just pay me. I'll lose anything you want.
There was. It's coincidentally talking about Argo. Even though Argo came out the first week it came out, it still was in number 2 after Taken 2.
Oh, really?
That weekend.
That's because you can't fuck with Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's cock is so big.
That's why.
It is bigger than Ben Affleck.
Than Ben Affleck.
It is literally bigger than Ben Affleck.
You can't fuck with Liam.
Yeah.
That's just
Taken
how life
2,
is. I haven't seen
Argo,
that,
which I thought, because this time of year, not many people are going to the movies. So I would think any new movie would dominate the weekend. And even though Argo came out, Taken 2 still beat it.
Dominated.
That's the power of the Neeson cock.
Now, during the previews, because, I don't know, they do 20 to 30 minutes of previews. They gotta
If you go to that first weekend, the first weekend always has the most trailers. Now, I love trailers.
Yeah.
I could get caught up on YouTube for hours watching trailers.
I saw I didn't think I would really like it, but it does have a lot of great actors in it and actresses. Les Mis. I call it Les Miserables. I saw that trailer. Anne Hathaway, Russell Crowe. There's a bunch of people in it now. I can't think.
But that's the same. That's Baz Luhrmann, the same guy who did Moulin Rouge. I think he's directing.
And Hugh Jackman. Yeah, he's in it. It looks really good. I was like, wow. Yeah, I didn't think I would really like it, but I might go see that one.
Yeah, I mean,
it looked really
it was
good.
On Broadway all those years.
Yeah, and, I know the story, but then it's like, I find it kind of a boring story.
Oh, okay.
Not that great, but I know it's a classic.
Yeah,
but I think it looked really good. I don't know.
Now I know they did a movie a couple of years ago from Les Mis. There is a movie that was already done because, I caught it on cable one night, and I'm not.
But this is the real deal come out. This is Hollywood style.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing like Sweeney Todd. Right. There was a version of Sweeney Todd years ago.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, but I'm saying before the Johnny Depp one.
And then they did the Hollywood
I forgot the name of the guy. Yeah, so there's Les Mis. If I'm not mistaken, it's Baz Luhrmann, the same guy who did Romeo and Juliet.
I think
Moulin
you're right
Rouge.
because it came up as Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet, Moulin Rouge, and Baz Luhrmann is.
What a great name.
Baz Luhrmann. Even though he has he's a lot more flash. He likes flash, but I don't know. For what he does, I give him credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily the demographic, but
give him credit.
Give the man his credit. I mean, I didn't see Moulin Rouge.
I've seen parts of it. It was kind of weird.
I heard it was boring.
Yeah,
actually,
it wasn't my cup of tea.
You know, I mean,
but this one looked kind of
for jazzing up Romeo and Juliet and stuff like that, and
making that something. I also have you ever the movie's out, but have you seen Project X?
Oh no, that's the house party movie.
Yeah,
I haven't. No, I want to see it.
It's basically like if you like Superbad, you're gonna love this because it's just like three friends, you know, kind of geeky in high school, and they throw like this party, and it is hysterical. I thought it was gonna be something stupid. I ended up getting it on demand because there was nothing on. It was funny. It was better than Superbad. It was so ridiculous. This huge house party, like thousands of people
and
show
don't
up.
spoil it. I don't want to because
just from the
what I
previews,
take away from it
people.
is, and I certainly hope it's not the case. It's not like all the best parts are in the commercial, right?
No.
Okay.
There's so much that like you don't see, and I'm like, this is actually hysterical. Just little things.
Don't spoil it.
No, I want to. It was actually really funny.
Commercials spoil the movie.
I mean, you just know it's a party.
I mean, the parts that I saw on a commercial looked fucking hilarious, but I was just worried that it would be. No,
there's so much more. Like I didn't expect it to be like that.
Oh, okay.
So I thought it was just gonna be like,
so I gotta go see
but there was parts I literally laughed out loud. I LOL'd.
I have to wait in front of my house for that truck to pass by and hit the
I actually
pothole
liked it.
And have a copy fall off the back.
If you like Superbad, I thought it was better than Superbad, but it's kind of that same concept. Yeah. You know, like three kids trying to be cool.
Trying to get laid at a party and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I thought it was hysterical.
And does that movie have the kid that's now on this season of The Office? He was in Hot Tub Time Machine.
I didn't recognize any of the...
Maybe I'm confusing with someone else.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the three kids. Well, the one with the glasses in there, he's kind of chunky.
There's like a chubby one. Okay, yeah. No, I don't actually. Now that I think about it, no, I don't think.
I don't know. I didn't recognize him. I don't know, but yeah, it was funny. I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, I want to give it I'll give it a shot.
Like,
I thought I want to see it. I was just kind of like I was worried that the commercial was going to have all the good scenes in it.
No, I totally forgot about it. Then I ended up doing just watching the preview, and I was like, let's watch it. And it was there was so much stupidity. It was funny. Like no fart jokes. I don't think there was any fart jokes.
Thank goodness.
But it's just like typical. Like that's how I remember boys in high school, how they talked.
Oh yeah.
And it was like this is just brings me back to stupidity.
I mean,
it was funny.
I know this sound, and earlier we mentioned 40-Year-Old Virgin. When the guys talk in 40-Year-Old Virgin. I've never seen, as much as I love that movie, and I think it's part of the reason I like the movie is, guys talk in that movie very much like guys talk in real life.
Yeah.
Like, that's the closest movie I've ever seen that, and then, what I like is that it's guys from different points of view. Like, you got Seth Rogen as a stoner guy. Yeah. The black bald guy. I forgot his name, but, kind of like the more player guy. Yeah. Then, you got the Andy character, Jesus Christ, Steve Carell's character that's like,
the nerdy,
the nerdy, kind of awkward, like, and then,
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, he's the guy that's like still in love with his girlfriend and can't let it go, and he's like,
stalking her.
And then we both, our bodies were as one as we orgasmed.
She's like, I moved away from you.
There are guys like that, and then like, you gotta run through like 40 chicken heads, and then you can fuck the girl that you like. There are guys that talk like that.
It's all these different personalities, and that just,
and
everyone, how people talk.
Maybe it's just me, but I know everybody in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why everybody can relate to one of them.
Yeah,
at least.
What's his name? The guy who wrote the movie, Jesus Christ. Judd
Apatow?
Yeah. He caught the essence of the characters. And that's what I loved about 40 Virgin, other than being really funny.
Yeah.
Is, I can honestly say that's probably the closest. I mean, obviously, a movie's gonna be a movie and it's not, it's a little more exaggerated, but what the guys are saying, how they react, and how every guy has their own point of view, fucking awesome.
You can relate to somebody like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, Paranormal Activity 4. Did, I guess, it beat out Alex Cross.
What?
What is Alex Cross? Is that
Alex Cross is a James Patterson book.
Okay. I knew it was something.
I believe a couple years ago was played by Morgan Freeman.
Okay. Yeah, this is a remake, right?
Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider.
I love both those movies.
So it's like a revamp of that franchise, but now with Tyler Perry.
I was going to say, why they casted it wrong.
Well,
he can only do Medea. He has that going on right now.
I'm stealing this line from somebody else. I am so surprised that it's not called Tyler Perry's Alex Cross.
Tyler Perry Presents.
He's so used to plastering his name on everything everywhere. That I am super surprised. Now, for the nerdy angle on this, Tyler Perry was in the new Star Trek movie.
Oh, really?
He plays a small part, but it blows your mind. You watch,
Tyler?
of all, I mean,
Mr. Perry, is that you?
Leonard Nimoy's in it. You got all these other great actors. I mean, Chris Pine, Simon Pegg,
and then boom,
the guy from what's his face from Harold and Kumar. I forgot his name.
I but know
Harold.
Yeah.
So got all these great actors, and not that. I don't want to take anything away from Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying? But it is one of those what the fuck moments when,
rewind.
Like, right?
Rewind. Was that it?
Was that? And I was the same thing in the commercial. Like, I'm watching the commercial and I'm like, if that's not Tyler Perry, they got an actor that looks just like Tyler Perry. Because I'm really surprised it's, like you said, it's not called Tyler Perry Presents Alex Cross.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw the preview and I was like, really? I can't. Right now he's doing too many Medea movies and all that other stuff that I can't see him in this role.
Yeah.
Maybe later on down the line, like it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, because all the Tyler Perry movies now, the stuff that he writes, and all of these are based on these local Broadway plays. Not local. Broadway is actually the wrong word. Off Broadway plays that he writes, and they have a big following in the South where he gets these actors, and it's like. It's such a genius idea because he gets actors that look like real people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's not trying to get beautiful people.
Yeah, and then dress them up.
You know what I'm saying?
To be ugly.
He puts them in, and it's always the same thing where they kind of have like slapstick comedy, but then they have this really overly dramatic story.
Some dramatic storyline.
Guys who beat their wives or crackheads. Yeah, it's always that. There's always some way fucking dramatic shit. And then they try to lighten it up with like
some jokes,
crazy
with
humor and Medea in the middle. Yeah. And because he's hiring basically normal people, I mean people that are actors, but people no one's
looking,
no one that's going to be in the Hollywood top star, 20 beautiful people.
No Halle Berry running around.
He produces these things for dirt cheap, and live shows where nowadays where everyone's downloading off the internet, movies and music and all this stuff. All the money's in live appearances, so. Tyler Perry has fucking laughed all the way to the bank. And not to mention that Hollywood wants a piece of that action.
Nice suit.
He set up his own studios, and there's a big thing in Georgia. If you ever noticed at the end of a lot of shows, it says "Made in Georgia."
Oh, really?
And there's like a picture of a little, like I have an apricot or a peach. Excuse me. I mean,
a
peach.
Excuse me. And
it says "Made in Georgia" because Georgia,
you see the Georgia and then the peach.
Like New York, they're trying to push. So they try to push people to record down there, and so all these studios are based out of Georgia. What's the other one?
He's my Georgia peach.
Even The Walking Dead is filmed out of Georgia. Pretty much every cartoon on Cartoon Network, all the original Cartoon Network, like all the Adult Swim stuff.
So Georgia's where it's at.
Yeah. What is it? It's like Gray Street or Ghost Street or something like that. I forgot the name of the
main street or something.
Yeah, where it's like
a big street in Georgia, and that's what they named it after.
No, that's the name of their studio, but I guess apparently it's a street in Georgia. Georgia's giving like you could film a movie and not get taxed in there, and so Tyler Perry.
We're going to Georgia.
Has this huge compound where they film The House of Pain. Oh, they used to film House of Pain. Now it's the new one is Meet the Browns.
Right.
So
and they got some other one now. I don't think it's come out, but there's different ones on TBS. You see,
like, he built his own studio.
Yeah.
And then TBS, for the whole run of House
Riverwood
of Pain.
Studios, is that it or no?
Excuse me?
I might have made that up. Riverwood.
That could be the name. I don't know it off the top of the head. It could be. I don't know. All I know is TBS for just House of Pain. He got $100 million for every episode of House of Pain. Where the fuck does TBS get this money from?
I would sleep on that money. I would just
and that's just House of Pain. That's not counting Meet the Browns,
right? The other things he's done.
And TBS is trying to get a front of the pack, with the House of Pain, with the Conan. With the fucking Big Bang Theory and Family Guy,
Yeah,
like they're trying to put themselves in front of all the other basic channels. But yeah, they gave just for House of Pain $100 million, and I'm not even exaggerating that number.
I even tried to give it a chance when it first came out. I was like, oh, something different.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find it.
But I just got to give him credit for taking that initiative.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, giving props to Tyler Perry, only because I want to be that.
Right.
I want to have my own compound. I want
my own compound to make.
I'll go down to Georgia, or I'll go down to Kansas if Kansas wants to give us a tax break.
34th Street Films.
34th. That sounds
sounds about right. No,
the one for Cartoon Network. It's called
I'm just under his
Ray Street, Ghost Street.
Let's see what other ones come up.
Look up Cartoon Network Studios, Georgia, or something like that. It's got to be. But like I said, you see it at the end of Walking Dead. It's always like that
I've
peach.
definitely seen that peach.
It says "Made in Georgia" because they and that's why so many movies also film in New York City because they give them like a tax break.
Okay.
Because they want to bring people to Georgia and they want to bring people to New York City, so.
It's full circle.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. I mean, I got to go down to Georgia apparently.
We're making a film.
Yeah, making a Two Strangers One Podcast movie.
We're casting.
Hey, if the Jerky Boys could have a fucking movie, I think we can do Two Strangers One Podcast movie.
I saw when I was going through my on-demand for movies, there was one I had to watch a preview of, but it was called Strippers versus Werewolves.
Oh my god!
See, if they can have a movie,
I think that's part 2 to Strippers versus Zombies.
That's what I thought. I thought there was a zombie one too. I didn't see it on demand.
I think it's the it's probably made for the same people.
It was so ridiculous. Only they're doing like kung fu. I'm like, wow, they are flexible.
I'm 99% sure there's a movie called Strippers versus Zombies that came out first. The same way it was like Abraham Lincoln versus the zombies, as opposed to Abraham Lincoln. Oh no, Abraham Lincoln versus the vampires, as opposed to Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
I encourage everyone to check out the preview and possibly buy it if you want it. It was a great little 2-minute preview.
Yeah, nowadays with the special effects, like I said, nowadays what people can do on a MacBook and stuff like that,
yeah, it's
getting pretty good. And like I mentioned before, The Walking Dead, and also the companion piece to Comic Book Men is the companion piece to Walking Dead. Yeah. This season has been so awesome. I mean, we're only on episode 2, but these have been 2 action-packed episodes.
William Street.
It
took me forever to find this. Once you put in Adult Swim, it'll come up. So William Street.
It sounds like a hammer hitting like a anvil or something, like bong. William Street. Yeah, that's based out of Georgia. They're giving credit now. They're giving you tax credits. So shit, I'll set up a studio down in Georgia.
We're doing it. We gotta move down on the compound. We love you, Chris Brown. We love you, Tyler Perry. Sorry, Chris Brown came up on my thing with his face.
Oh God! And there's news that he got a new lion tattoo. Is that really news? I mean, I know. Unfortunately, I'm reporting it also.
I know, right? Like, really? That's what you guys are talking about?
I think he got that tattoo. It looks like a half-beaten woman or something.
Yeah,
like that
and then it's supposed to be some religious. I forget what he said.
Then he got.
It's like, really, you went and got a half-beaten thing on your neck.
And now he got a lion. I think he got the lion just to make people detract. Forget about the fact that I beat the shit out of a beloved pop singer.
You hear? That's breaking news. They're back together, and she's saying, "I don't care what people think."
Yeah,
I mean, she's got to be a little crazy, right?
Something online where I think he has a song called "Don't Judge Me."
Yeah, there's something.
I'm not, like I said, I'm so not familiar with Chris Brown, but I saw something where it was like Chris Brown releases a single, "Don't Judge Me."
Don't judge me, and then she's got something. I don't know if she said it or it's in a song where it's like, I don't care what people think. I don't know. God. Just a stupid couple,
and it's just,
good luck is all I can say.
Trust me, in no way am I endorsing, domestic abuse or anything like that. But, you always hear these stories and they always say, this guy, he put his hands on the woman or whatever, and, they wouldn't fight a guy. And I hate to say it, women know how to push.
I knew you were going to say it.
And please don't think I'm saying it's okay for anybody to put their hands on anyone.
Yeah.
But women know what buttons to push on a guy.
That's our job, Chris. I don't think you know
nuts. That. And, it's just,
and your actions as a man know to push our buttons.
In my life has... But see, guys, if a guy does something... Okay,
if you're texting
when guys do something stupid, it's because we're stupid. You know what I'm saying? We may hurt a woman's feelings, but we do it because we're so selfish in ourselves. I'm giving you the real deal, ladies. It's not like we're trying to hurt anybody. We're just dumb and thinking with our dicks. Women know how to get, that's why you got a little dick, and that's why I fucked your brother, and like, whoa, hey.
Where'd that come from?
You know what I'm saying?
You did what? I was watching Key and Peele the other day. Mm-hmm. I think it was a repeat, but they did, one of them dressed as Chris. It was like Chris Brown and Rihanna collaborated on a song.
And he's like, I'm gonna beat the love.
I hit that.
I'm gonna hit that.
And they're like outside the nice car, whatever it was, I forget. And he's saying like, I'd hit that. And he's like, let's drive. Let's drive it away and be alone. And she's like, let's stay in a crowd, and let everyone know we're together. And then he's like swinging his arms. And he's like, I hit that. And she like flinches. But she eventually tases him at the end. Yeah. He's like, I got nervous. You can't blame me.
Yeah, Rihanna
it was awesome. Like, you never hear her, like, I think she's just a little crazy.
She's a freaky girl, and trust me, please don't say I'm trying to say any of this is justified, but, like, I've seen her dress up like dominatrix style.
Yeah,
like, she's freaky to the point where, and I'm sorry, and we've mentioned this before, there are people who like to get smacked around. There are massikists. Or there's, the girls spank me and hit me and choke me and all that other shit. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there in serious, unfortunately fucked up relationships where the guy kind of has like a weird, twisted control on a woman, and I've witnessed that firsthand in like where I've dated a girl and they just got out of an abusive relationship, and then like the guy can still like control them.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Like even though
it's a sick, twisted
they're not
thing.
Part of their life, they've been doing it for so long. Like this guy's fucking has them hardwired. So like I said, I'm not trying to make light of it, but there are, on the flip side, there are people who like to get smacked around. There are people who
I think she's definitely got some
she's got issues. She's got big issues.
Like she's just always partying, but you never
she wants all this attention.
Yeah, like you never.
There's something
you never hear anything from her.
She's not quite right.
And now you're just back with them, and you're just saying, "I don't care what you all say," which is fine. You don't care.
Which are the words of an abused woman.
Yeah. And now she's got this new song out. I'm getting real sick of her. I've actually been sick of her music for a while now because it's all the same shit. Mm-hmm. Now she's got another one out about diamonds. I don't even know what it is. I heard it actually on the way here. It's like diamonds shine brighter than a diamond. Something, God. I don't even know the words. But it's like your last song had the word diamonds in it. Let's move on from the diamonds. You can't come up with anything else. Like, what's going on with these diamonds, girl?
It's like, I don't know, AC/DC or something. It works. Just keep playing into the fucking ground.
Just keep doing it. The next one's going to be like, Chris Brown, give me a diamond. I'm like, oh, I can't, Rihanna. I can't get on board with you.
Yeah. I mean, come on. How many times have I heard, he said he's going to change. Things
like he was talking to his minister at one point, like something. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
What does that mean? I think he's just an angry guy. Yeah. He's just one of the, the typical that just.
And just looking at Chris
like
Brown,
a douche.
He looks like a fucking creep and an asshole, and I just, why are people buying his music? I don't like his music as it is, but if there was someone that. If there was someone that did something diametrically opposed to what I was into...
And it was like a huge deal. It wasn't like a cover-up. Like, everyone knows.
Yeah.
That night it happened. Everybody knew.
Why is he still... because he's making romantic music, which, in my opinion, is followed more by women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you have a guy who's a notorious woman beater...
And your big followers
and you're a follower of him, what does that... say about you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Are you that starved for entertainment that you'll take a wife beater or whatever, a girlfriend beater?
And then there was, last year, it was the Music Awards, I believe, MTV Music Awards, where they gave him 2 spots, to perform.
Oh, yeah.
And, artists were outraged. They're like, really? He gets 2 spots, and I didn't even get one. A notorious woman beater gets 2 spots, It's... that was fucked up on...
sells? I don't know. Yeah. Maybe because it's just the fact that we're talking about him. Because I wouldn't be talking about him about his music.
That's what, they shouldn't have supported him. Maybe if because he did have new songs out, so I guess that's why they... Mm-hmm. But it's
and is he really that scary talented?
Yeah,
aren't there 50 million other kids that will be willing to... that could dance like Michael Jackson, that could sing. And coincidentally, when my mind is in that point of view, Bruno Mars played... he's hosted...
Saturday Night Live. Yeah, I heard he did really well.
And
right?
I mean, because I saw it, and he. I got to give him credit. Now, I know he has one song that's like, "Today I'm not doing anything." Is that him? I'm pretty sure that's him. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The lazy song or something.
Yeah, it's like the lazy song. Yeah. And then he has that other song. You're beautiful, or whatever. Like,
yeah. Now I can't think of it. Yeah, but basically loves everything about you.
Yeah, you know.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and
it wouldn't be a bad song for a guy to sing to any girl. Hint, hint.
And so, I mean, I guess his music has somehow come into my circle. Like, to me, you're not famous until me, someone who's not a fan of you. And so you cross into my world, then you're famous.
I think he's versatile. I think
he was funny.
Yeah, I heard he was actually, for someone who's not a comedian, and
yeah, he was
that he actually did well.
I mean, definitely a ham.
Yeah,
you know, like he loved being in front of the camera.
Oh, of course.
But I'm not. In no way is that to be detracting. He has star power.
Good for him.
And I can see because when
I've never seen him in that aspect.
Exactly. When I heard, I said he's hosting and doing music, and I was like,
I heard. I was like, oh,
who the fuck is Bruno
I barely
Mars?
even know his voice, like how he talks. I only know his songs.
Yeah,
like,
his
like he's
number one hit. We can't. Neither one of us can like sing off the top of our head.
What is it?
We have the idea.
Damn it! That one. Is that the song you performed?
No.
No?
And you say,
yeah, it sounds just like that.
Just the way you are.
See? When I see your face. See? We know it.
He's crossed over enough where I know that song, and for me that's like a metalhead or whatever.
He performed at one of the stupid MTV Awards show. I forget which one. Mm-hmm. But it was cool. I forget. He did like an oldie song. Like it wasn't his. Mm-hmm. And he had like different instruments in the background, and it sounded really good. I was like, he's just generally a talented guy. He can...
During his first performance, you know, like when the post comes out, and sometimes they do a little musical number.
Yeah, didn't you do a song in the beginning?
He had his friends come out, and it was kind of like, almost, for the lack of a better term, like a gospel song.
Okay.
You know, but it was like one of those energetic that gets you hopping and clapping your hands. And, you know, to me, I made a comment on Facebook, like, he looks like The Rock's son. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like,
just not big.
If they played father and son in a movie, it would be, you know, I said.
He's got that complexion. He's got a good complexion.
I said, did The Rock have a kid that I don't know about and called him Bruno?
Little Bruno.
But, I mean, my point is that I was pleasantly surprised. And, I mean, he's probably going to get more acting gigs and stuff like that, you know.
Good for him.
And, I was pleasantly surprised. Even though I'm not a fan of his music, I mean, that first one, like that energetic gospel type song, got me.
Got you pumped.
Got my blood pumping. The two songs that he performed, neither one was like the Today I'm Not Doing Anything, or
with that,
the You're
I think
Beautiful.
It's just called Lazy. I don't remember.
Yeah. So he didn't perform any of those. It's like apparently probably
new songs. I don't know.
New stuff coming out, but like I said, I was pleasantly surprised, and I wouldn't be surprised. He's probably by this time next year we'll probably be sick of him.
I know,
but
right? Well, it's like when they eventually started. He's kind of lame now, but they used to have like Justin Timberlake, like he'd be the host and
the musical guest. Yeah,
and he was good at comedy. Like he just kind of fit in with the crew, and it was different. Breaking news. Somebody got married. Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel. I think they did in Italy. I think that's where it was.
She's a good-looking woman.
I don't know
I don't know why her career isn't bigger.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
She's been in plenty of nerdy movies.
Career. I feel like she hasn't done much.
There was a rumor for 5 minutes that she was going to be Wonder Woman. That they were going to do a live-action Wonder Woman movie, and she was going to be in it. And I thought that was perfect.
Wonder Woman. Kris Jenner dressed up as Wonder Woman for whatever Halloween party. Somebody took a picture. She posed, took a picture, put it on Twitter, like, "Ooh, Wonder Woman," you know, one of the daughters.
Is this like a pre-Halloween?
Yeah, they must have had some.
Like something recently?
Yeah, like today or yesterday, they posted it on Twitter. Nip slip.
Oh boy.
She's full out in the costume, like posing in the foyer, you know, and they had to take the picture down.
Oh, okay.
It was like, oh shit, mom's.
Because the way sometimes they design that suit. Can be
it's
very,
like a little bustier type
if
thing.
If you lift your arms.
And she's got her arms up holding
the girls are coming out.
And there's a little nip slip. So
oh my god.
It's out there on the internet if anybody wants to see Kris Jenner's nipples, which I don't know if there are too many people fighting for that.
Yeah.
But so they're not going to do the movie anymore with Jessica Biel? Or like, is there...
No, then...
Weren't they... No, they were filming one, right?
They were doing a Wonder Woman TV show.
Right, that was it.
Which I believe...
I don't know who the person...
It was a guy who's known for doing law shows, not Dick Wolf.
Wolf Dick.
The other guy, he's done... I think he also wrote not Stephen Bochco. I want to say L.A. Law, and I think even like Doogie Howser.
Oh, really?
I think. I could be wrong. It was a person notoriously known for doing law drama.
Okay.
And I think I mentioned this on a past episode where she was going to be Wonder Woman. She was playing 3 roles. She was playing Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman's alternative, secret identity, and then she was playing her own secretary.
Yeah, yeah. Like she had all these roles.
And from what I heard, the script was horrible.
David E. Kelly was the writer.
David E. Kelly, there we go. Yeah,
Jeffrey Rayner was the director.
And David E. Kelly's known for law dramas.
Because I remember seeing like the pictures, like
and
on
they
set of her. Her name is Adrienne Palicki. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
And this would have launched her career.
Yeah, this would have been,
but I heard that it was all the nerds who got there.
It didn't even get picked up, right?
I think the pilot was filmed. It's one of those things that you could find like
somewhere,
on the internet, and it's getting nerds copy it and give it to each other. And they said, I've heard it was absolutely horrible.
Really? I mean, if you're gonna do Wonder Woman, you would think
do it right, and because
that's a huge production. I mean, you could get a huge following with that.
I can see Jessica Biel being Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? And she's a big Amazon chick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
Wonder
true.
Woman is supposed to be.
You gotta have height.
Wonder Woman's not supposed to be
like a
this
5
little,
foot
like
nothing.
even Linda Carter. Linda, in her day, Linda Carter, beautiful blue eyes, fucking big bitch.
I love that.
That's a big bitch.
There's a huge bitch. Now, I've read somewhere, and I could be wrong on the date or the year, but I believe in 2015 they're going to star. I don't know who would do it.
A Justice League movie.
Was it 2015?
I believe I think they're.
Or maybe they're
looking for
now.
a release date. Oh no! Film is it filming?
I just saw 2015 Justice League.
No, yeah, it is because
and it had all the characters, and I was like, Chris is gonna. have a boner.
I'm.
But do you think
I'm scared?
Do you think it could really compete? Because I almost feel like Batman, Superman. Like I don't know. I like the other characters from Avengers better. I think they're more.
Well, I mean, okay, we had this run of Batman movies.
Right.
Christopher Nolan isn't going to do anything else with the Batman movies, so they kind of have to relaunch Batman, which I heard is a rumor that they're going to do. They're already like planning on the next movie, but they're planning on making. There's definitely going to be. Okay, no, this is rumor. Not definitely. There's either going to be another Batman movie to kind of introduce that Batman to the Justice League. Or
this is going to be the one.
Or they're playing with the idea, which honestly sounds more realistic. Whoever plays Batman in the Justice League movie is then going to spin off and have his own movies.
Batman. Okay. So, either way, it's either before or after.
Yeah, and it's gonna go back to, the beauty of the Christopher Nolan movies were that they were based in reality. Mm-hmm. Like, all the stuff is kind of possible.
Yeah.
They're gonna go back to making it where, it's fantastic. It's, what I'm saying? It's not based in reality. I mean, as much as Christopher Nolan did a great job, you want your superheroes to be super.
Yeah. Super.
Not just incredibly lucky.
Right? Do you think it would be able to compete with the Avengers? I feel like maybe people will
not
be...
really because...
burned out sort of thing.
DC is horrible at movies.
Okay.
They've really got to get their shit together. And they don't have... Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared they're going to fuck it up. And, there are so many good writers out there. And they're going to... I don't want them to give it the Hollywood treatment. And once again, I can bring it back. I mean, we're way past the hour, but I just want to get into this. Yeah. Like the show The Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. I love it. Walking Dead.
Bring everything back to
I can bring everything back to comics. Walking Dead is based on a comic book.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're working on a Justice League movie, and
bring it back to The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, The Walking Dead.
Full circle.
Walking Dead is loosely following what happened in the comics.
Right, yeah, you were telling me that.
They pretty much have a game plan on where the show is going.
Yeah.
Had you left the series in the hands of fucking Hollywood producers,
right,
and Hollywood,
it'd be a total...
it would have never gone where it's going right now.
You gotta follow the story. That's what people like. Unless you have this amazing idea
But that's what I'm saying is like they hire these Hollywood writers.
Yeah.
The whole world of comic book writers out there. People who've written long story arcs for years and have proved their worth as comic book writers.
Mm. They've been doing this is their life.
And they don't get any kind of credit for Christopher Nolan did a great movie with the Batman did a great job with the Batman movies. He never wrote a comic book. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Christopher Nolan's a good writer.
Yeah, he got.
You know what I'm saying? But Batman's been around since 1920. You know what I'm saying? How many writers have written for Batman?
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan didn't need. They could have gotten anybody to do it. And not to take anything away. You get what I'm saying. Yeah. So, I think that's the only reason Walking Dead is still as good as it is, because they're following Robert Kirkman's storyline through the comics.
The comic books, yeah.
Because if you left it to the Hollywood people, you'd
have
a
whole
talking dog and aliens and, oh my god. I'm going to save that for the next episode.
Okay. What?
American Horror Story.
Yes, that's what I just wrote down when you said it. We'll go on the to be continued.
We'll save that for another. Hopefully it won't become a lost episode. Okay, we are way past the hour mark, even with all the interruptions.
Holla.
Please visit www.twostrangersone.com. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Please visit www.twostrangersonepodcast.com, where you can find the links for everything. First and foremost, the link to our eBay page. You can buy video games, comic books, heavy metal memorabilia. Wait, video games, comic books?
Here he goes.
And movies. I got movies too. I've been selling a whole bunch of movies. I got some going out today, as a matter of fact. Just in time for Halloween, I got a bunch of horror movies. Give it a look. Just click on the link. If you want to go visit eBay, my screen name is XLNYC, as in extra large New York City. But you can just find the link on twostrangersonepodcast.com. You could purchase my book, Double Jackpot. It's getting the right attention, people. This thing could be shooting up there. So get a piece of the action before it blows up. You can visit www.doublejackpot.us. That's the link for the book. Soft cover is just $15. A PDF is just $5. Please follow us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/twostrangersonepodcast. I know there's a lot of information.
Click that like button.
But it's just the name of the show after facebook.com. Like us and share us. And I'd like to thank we've gotten some new likes recently, just from my pure spamming the hell out of everyone on Facebook.
We love harassing everyone.
And, I know I got a couple of negatives, but then again,
suck it.
If you don't want to be spammed, then you shouldn't be on Facebook. Facebook, if a third of your page is advertising, don't get mad at me if I send you a message and say, hey, check out twostrangersonepodcast.com. And for the people who do like us, thank you very much. We have such a cool and great audience.
Sexy
and for
audience.
the people that have, we have been getting positive feedback.
More positive than negative is always.
You guys are awesome. You really are. And thank you for listening to us. The two ways you can get every single wonderful episode of Two Strangers, One Podcast, and the links are at our page. You can follow the link if you have an iPhone, iPad, iPod. We are available on iTunes. Just go into the iStore. The upper tab says podcast. Just search for Two Strangers, One Podcast. And you can download every episode. You can download every episode on twostrangersonepodcast.com. If you have some sort of mobile device or even an older iPod and you don't want to waste your data, download the episodes at home and listen to them while you're on the road. For Android users, we are available on the Stitcher app, STITCHER. Basically, that's what I use. I love Android. I've used it over and over and over again. Pretty much that's how I listen to all my favorite podcasts. Kevin Smith's podcast, the Nerdist podcast, our brother podcast, Living Lame in the West Coast, all the other podcasts that are part of the Living Lame network, Real Chat, Fox Den, The Breakdown, all those great shows. Pretty much anything worth listening to is on Stitcher. So if you have an Android phone, Android tablet, Kindle Fire, we're all available on those. So that's pretty much it.
You did
I can't think of anything else. Let me see. We certainly hope you enjoyed listening to this episode, as much fun as we had recording it. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen.
Don't be a stranger.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it? It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled C-O-L-O-N.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
Is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show. I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will totally read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.